So this, I didn't know this. Lyndon Johnson, he's wins his election, right? He's way ahead in the polls, like a week before the elections come. And his chief of staff, they have a party, you know, because they're so happy, because next week they're going to be president again for 4 more years. So they have a big party at the White House, and his chief of staff goes across the street to a YMCA and blows a dude.
So wait a minute.
So the next day...
I gotta take my jacket off here. This is ridiculous. What happened here?
Yeah, that's what happened.
Say that again.
Okay, so Lyndon Johnson, right?
Yeah.
He's going to win.
Yeah.
He's, you know, he knows he's going to win. He's way ahead in the polls, as long as nothing crazy happens, right? So he goes, hey, let's have a little party, a week left, you know. We're going to win easily unless some crazy thing happens, you know. And so they're having the party and everything.
But how did anyone find out about the
chief of
dude
staff
getting blown?
Because the chief of staff, well, listen, if you go into a Y and blow a guy,
right, but
you never know.
But it just came out. Did this actually come out in the press?
Yeah, like they had a sting operation.
And is this on the tapes? Is this on the tapes?
It was funny because it was in the old days, so the press couldn't say that, you know. So they had to say it in language that the audience didn't even kind of understand. They go like he was caught in a somewhat compromising situation in a young man's Christians association, and people, old farmers, would go, well, I wonder what happened there. So they wouldn't come. So I think that helped them, but the conversations with Lyndon Johnson are hilarious because he goes, he's just talking to his friends, and it's this longtime guy that he didn't know was gay, you know, and he's like, my golly, I could never have figured that for Bob. I've known Bob 30 years, and he goes, I'd quicker say I was a fruit than him.
Really?
Yeah,
on the tape?
On the tape, yeah.
Where did you get the tape? Where did you, Lyndon Johnson said that. Where did you get the tapes?
And then he goes, and then the funniest thing is he phones J. Edgar Hoover, who he knows is gay, right? But he's like real powerful and everything, right?
J. Edgar Hoover was gay.
Yeah, like, you know, he was a transvestite and he'd have dudes over.
Is this true? Or?
Yeah, no, that's fairly well documented.
I know
I'm
it was
outing him. I'm not Perez Hilton over here.
I know people.
No, this is fairly.
Yeah.
He's well documented.
Yeah.
So Lyndon Johnson knew for sure he was gay, but he was scared of him because he was so powerful. So he just like needles him, you know. And he's like, so he's talking to him and he goes, I can't believe old Bob's one of them fellers, you know. They didn't even have a word for it and stuff. And so J. Edgar Hoover goes, well, sir, he goes, I have to ask a rather tough question here, but now when Bob was involved in this, was he the more or less sort of, you know, a participant, or was he more or less the feller that, you know, instigated the thing, you know?
He's asking if he's a catcher or
yes, I don't know.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about. What have you got? Why are we talking?
Gross, you're saying that. So the guy goes, so then J. Edgar Hoover goes, well, I wouldn't, well, Mr. President, he goes, I'm sorry to tell you he was the instigator, you know, and he goes, oh, good God, he goes, how do you spot a feller like that, Edgar? You know? So then J. Edgar Hoover goes, well, I wouldn't know, sir. He goes, oh, come on now, Edgar. He goes, if there was anybody that could spot a feller like that, it'd be you. Why, you're the head of the FBI. And so,
this isn't really what's on the tape. Is that really on the tape?
That's really on the tape. And J. Edgar Hoover's kind of mad. He's like, anyway, all right.